What is up, everybody? What's up, YouTube? What's up, Twitch? Been a few days since I streamed. Today is a horde night. Gonna be doing some horde night. Like any other. Let's get into this. Let's get into this. Can I have an invite? Thank you. Alright. I'll only be on for like an hour. Like an hour. Oh, it's probably because of the like 100 that I placed. Alright. I did not hear. I need food. Oh, the whole way it's just a pile of trees, I see. I was like, let me put all the trees by the road. It'll look scenic when you're coming in. I didn't think about whenever it first grows. Ooh, pumpkin. Mainly the forest. The burnt. There's a bunch of nest in the burnt forest. Like a lot. Some areas there's not a lot, but then you'll find groups of them in like the 3 or 4. So it's like 3, 4 birds' nests just in one little spot. I have 4. Whenever the trader offers them, I always take them. Because late game, they're just... basically, if you don't have repair kits late game, you're gonna use just endless materials. Because in my opinion, I think it's cheaper to build the repair kits whenever you can. Yeah, I got everything I need, basically. No, you need 1 forged iron and 1 duct tape. I think it is. I'll definitely. If I wasn't streaming and there wasn't no actual evidence that you could ever find of me eating the fish tacos, I would fucking destroy those fish tacos. I thought about I looked in the med chest and I seen 10 fish tacos and I just looked at my stream over the leg and I was like, there's video evidence of me finding these. I can't. Yes, but those are expensive. Those are we eat those when we succeed in something. We don't eat those because we're hungry. That would have been selfish of me. My selfish act would have been on camera. I would have been like a greedy cat. I would have been like a greedy cat that's like you see on like the Ring camera. It's like see the oh that's where all of our food went. So Donald, I went down a hill. I went down a hill and went my longboard and I did a coffin. I did a coffin. Oh. Hey, I had confidence that I could honestly hit it down that hill because I had hit the coffin like 5 times before. So I started getting death. Started getting death wobbles and I was like, alright, I can fix this. And then it just yanks to the right. And I was like, it flies me up off the board and I'm holding on to it. And I slam back down into the board and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I heard, and that's my back being grinded into the wheel. And then as I'm getting drug into the wheel, then my elbows are just getting drugged down asphalt at like 25 miles per hour because my bearings can carry me for like a mile. Now if I get like 20, 25 miles, yeah. So both of my elbows are just like they're gone. Not completely gone, but the left one's worse. I looked at it last night. And I'm going back out tonight. Just because you fuck yourself up doesn't mean you don't get back on and ride. As soon as I crashed, I grabbed my board. Yeah, no. No, as soon as I wrecked, my first thought was, oh, fuck. Grab the board and just get back on and get down to the church steps and you can sit there. I was like, you can just get back on and ride for a moment, but just get back and ride for a moment and then you can rest, but you are not resting in the middle of the road. Hang on. I'm a kitty, kitty, kitty. Meow. You mess with me. I don't even think I'm singing this right. No, I have an idea for these. It's gonna fuck with their pathing so much. Hey, bud. Getting broke off the bulb. I got corny on the bob and engines. Corny on the bob. Corny on the bob. Do that. Uh-huh. Then I'm... I was sitting there and I was like, I wonder how many hits I can just sit here and just one tap. matter, we good. Good. We have every defect in the game, though. Corny on the bob. Corny on the bob. This is a little fucked up. Oh, hello everybody. Oh my god! I've been hit by a rock! One incoming, watch. Everything on me is broken. What happened? Okay. Did I die? I just want to ask that question. Okay. Can I have an invite back? Don, I sent you a join request. Well, I am gonna go ahead and get off, Don. See you later. Alright. Um, Let me show you what our next game is gonna be. Let's see if it's still pulled up here. Okay, no, it's not. Kabam. I did play it a little bit. You can see. I love this game. Um, Let me get you. We'll get you some audio here in a second. This is what the next game's gonna be. This is what I want to start playing the most. I did want to do schedule 1 in 7 days, but I'm gonna try and rock out schedule 1. Just kind of do something like this. Alright, so this is the little world that we're gonna do. This is gonna be Chunkopolis. I have some mods installed for just basic stuff. And we are gonna be huge. We're gonna be building all the way out to like here. It's the future plan. It's gonna be ginormous. So far, it is gonna be, we're just building to see how far we can go until the game basically says no. No. Yeah, no, sorry. That's basically what we're gonna do. I like this game because it's a very fun little game, you know. You get to see, hang on here, something that a lot of people don't know about this game is each and every little person is their little thing. So just give me a second, pulling something up real fast. So this, this little person. They're working. We could follow them. We could watch their life. And it's a little weird. You can watch their life. You can remove the citizen. They are happy. We can see the traffic views. So now they're going to their home. They're actually a new resident. One of the new residential homes. They're gonna lose their job. Or wait, do they work at a drugstore? Oh my god, they work at the drugstore. So Rosemary Adams is actually gonna lose her job, but that's not my problem. Slight degree. It's not my issue. I would say it would be my issue, but not very good in that department. It's all right. We'll have another drugstore open up here soon. Don't worry. A drugstore will open there. It's not like, oh no, we're never gonna have work. Silly. They may never have work there again. It's the only bad part about that. So we gotta fill this with residential to fill all these jobs. I do know a good bit about the game. It is a very fun game. Alright, so we got good coverage. Okay, we have no public library. Nobody knows how to read. Who needs to read? Wait, that's a public community school. Okay. Well, I feel like this should just be open to anybody. You got community schooling near you, you should be able to have it. If it ain't near you, I'm sorry, you know. Sorry that you don't get that opportunity. Maybe in the here nearby future. Get some recreation in here. Not much for them to do. Give them like a little carousel. It's probably the worst idea I probably could have. I'm not gonna do that. Put these little Zen gardens in. Put a little garden down here. Paradox Plaza. Boom. This actually, this looks like a pretty nice town to live in. I ain't even gonna lie. This would be a nice little town to live in. Uh, do we have like a 4-lane road with? Yeah, we got the sidewalks. But like, I need one of like a bike, like a bike path too. Kind of sound like this. Well, this. Nothing has a bike path though. Like none of these have bike paths. Bike paths are irrelevant. They don't need bike pathing in this city. They just drive cars and shit. Just awful late game. Definitely gonna have to fix that. Like, damn it. Alright, so this lower half of town won't get it though. So, lower half of town is not gonna have access. Alright. We'll create a new line. That will go. This will be the blue line. Add a stop right there. Add a stop right here. Add a stop. Stop right there. Stop right there. And then one. We're gonna add a stop right there. So yeah, the lower part is actually gonna have to have access. And we are not gonna add a stop there. We'll complete that line. Now, everywhere in the city has bus transportation. Now we're gonna get a bus line that goes in between here, in between these lines. Just gotta finish upgrading all the roads. I have had like actual successful towns without all of this. It is really fun to play, or like actual play the game like that, but I'm just not trying to right now. In all honesty, I'm really not. Trying to have some fun. Alright, I think we're good there. I think we have full coverage now around most of the city. Maybe not on this side so much, but I'm not worried about putting bus lanes over here because this is a big area. Very big area. I might get jammed eventually, but we'll see. Create a a new line that goes up to here, stops there, stops there. It'll come down, stop here, and stop there. Then it'll come down here, stop there. It's not gonna actually stop for a while. Won't stop again until all the way down there. And another right there. And then basically just complete the line. Get that. And it won't stop all the way until right. See, this one's gonna be like the lower city half, lower half of the city one. That will then take you into the industrial area. And this one will cover half of the industrial area. That's what I wanted it to do. And then it'll just do a basic stop there. And then we'll come right back on down around to here. So then we can add a stop here, across the way, and then it'll just be completed. Then everywhere and everyone has a ride to some bus, at least. Speed this up a little bit. They have no power over here. Oh, never mind, they got it back. Oh, no, they didn't. Hang on. Because they're not really building a lot of industrial. They're building a lot of homes, though. We'll have to get more of those. Honestly, like, I'm so curious why my city skylines does run like such shit, though. I don't even have the graphics up. Like, what if I do turn down, like, all the graphics? Like, how much does that change in my graphics? Let's apply. Oh my god, this is fucking horrible. Like, it didn't make my FPS any better, so. I don't know, I just feel like 40 FPS is not a lot. Especially for a game like this, like, all I'm gonna do is keep developing. It's just gonna get worse and worse. You're probably wondering, why did you just add this? Now, there are reasons. There are reasons, my people. My people, my people, my people. Listen, 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 listen. This. There you go. This is for a one-way for future plans of this. You know, this got a lot of potential for a lot of money. A lot of money right in this area. So, keep a nice even flow of traffic. We are gonna wanna this to right there. Alright, there we go. Oh, wait, it says. Oh, that's next level. This has trees with it. So yeah, now we're kind of getting into like the inner city part of things, you know? Like this is very big residential can come into play. But for that, are gonna need development of this area to allow the highway. Oh, what's up, Rainbow? How have you been? It has been a while since I've streamed. I streamed a few days ago, and I've been uploading on YouTube. I've been pretty good. Nothing new, really. How about yourself? How have you been doing? Yeah, I definitely feel the nothing new. I mean, the only thing really new for me is I've been playing some new games here. I will say, there is still one game that I have not touched in a while that still is the exact same. World Box and RimWorld. I still haven't touched those. So, those two saves are still the exact same from last time I streamed them. The Forest, though, I can't promise the Forest. I may or may have not beat the Forest. Just just because that game, I just couldn't really get into streaming that game. That game was just not a game for me to stream. I just couldn't find like any entertainment from that. Like I just couldn't. Like I couldn't while streaming. Like I couldn't do both and still find entertainment in the forest just for the simple fact of there is no entertainment besides just running around pointless. And I didn't want an endless playthrough. Because like this will eventually end. I know this. This here will eventually end. I can end this at any moment by this. This right here. We can just end this by this. But I want to try and build the biggest world possible in this area that we can still expand on. So once we fill this, we'll continue going. But I'm already like super excited to get out here and build because like, I've never built a city that's gonna go up a hill. Like this is gonna have to go up a ridge. Like part of the city is gonna be up here. Over. Oh my! Take a look from right here. Remember this spot right here. This is the spot. Maybe further up on top of the mountain eventually, but for right now, don't mind all of those. Hang on. There you go. Eventually, this vast landscape of just caldera will eventually be filled by skyscrapers, pollution, and capitalism. And that pond to your right will be filled with shit. That's the shit pond. We will eventually have to deal with an overflow. I know that's coming, but that will be on our doorstep when it makes it. Another question, why does it look like I'm playing on Play-Doh? But right now, we are building the suburbs, or, well, not even, this isn't really going to be the suburbs. We kind of have the suburbs down here. We're kind of starting to get into the bigger city planning down here, but I'm going to focus a little bit more on the smaller city planning. Probably around 10, 20K is when we'll start building skyscrapers, and this entire area will eventually fill in. So this will mainly all be little housing, a lot of housing, little storefronts, and then we'll get into the big skyscrapers. As I don't mind skyscrapers in this game, but it's just you got to get ready for them. You got to build the city. You got to plan it out. I like just taking off the little corners here, filling them in with jobs, so then they won't have to go. So they can walk to their jobs now. If you think about it, they can technically walk to their job. I'll delete this to right there to fill that in. And let's just go ahead and get a monument in here for them, because we haven't got a monument anywhere. There you go. That's like, from a scale, oh, wrong button. From a scale of 1 to 10, like, wouldn't you want to go to this monument? Look what's next door. Yo, I am never eating here. Don't eat at this place. Don't, don't eat at this place. Look at this. You're you're eating at a Penny's, aka Denny's. As you eat, you're breathing in incinerator smoke. This is good for you. If these are good things. They're good things. What am I talking about? People in my city love it here. Can't you tell? Not enough educated workers. I can't help that. There are schooling. To the most degree. So we have schooling. We have a great education system. We have a great education system. Just people don't go to school. That's the problem here. We have a lot of older people. That's the problem with this game. Until you hit like mid-game. Oh, let me tell you. You basically have no smart people. They're basically like NPC apes, like little apes in like video games. So you basically took in a brain of an ape. Let's think of an ape. A chimpanzee. All right, you took a brain of a chimpanzee, put it in the car, and just sent it here. and then they have kids, and then it's the kid's job to finally learn. So it's like a 5-year process of just in-game waiting for this to even like, why is it 2027? Damn. All right, I'm gonna speed this up a little bit because I gotta change. I got work in 55 minutes. So, but if you want to check out my YouTube, it is, I think, let me just pull this up. I don't know which, I don't remember the name of it. Hang on a minute. We're not gonna do that. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure it is Chunky Milk. Pretty sure it is Chunky Milk 4907. Yeah, it might be Chunky's Milk. I can do it on my, okay. I can tell you on my phone. Yeah, it is all lowercase Chunky's Milk 4907. So this will be up there tonight, probably around 11. I kind of post a little late, but it'll be on the Twitch, and then I'll post it onto my YouTube later. And then tomorrow, I plan on having another video coming out. I'll probably try and make a video for Schedule 1. Either Schedule 1 or I might not continue the schedule because I only made one video for it and it wasn't even really like me progressing, it was just me kind of fucking around. So instead of having it as like part 1, I could just have like testing out Schedule 1, you know? Could just change it up a little bit. Because personally, like, I like Schedule 1, but it's just not a game that I want to replay right now because I played it 3 months ago. But 7 Days to Die, I would definitely have a lot more of my content coming out for it because I started this stream on a horde day of my friends, expecting that to be finished. I never got to finish that, sadly. Game just froze, server error. So then I just got off that, got on this, playing this ever since. But for my world, I think we're about to hit day 5. We're either about to hit day 5 or we're on day 5. So the next stream, I typically stream 2-3 hours on that. It'll definitely be the Horde stream. But who knows? If I don't go longboard riding tonight, because I typically like to go ride my longboard, I probably actually will come back and stream. But that just all kind of depends. That is a traffic nightmare. Okay, that can stay like that. I'm not putting another intersection there. It's too short. It's too short. People really are trying to move to my town. People really want to move here. like a whole little shopping strip right there. Yeah, there's gonna be a big issue here. They all need water over here, so shocked the city actually still has power. Alright, I will be back, so I gotta finish getting ready. This will probably fill in by the time I get back, so I'll be back. What did I come back to? What's happened? Wait, uh, what? Where did the tornado even start? I wasn't even here. I just came back. I wasn't even here. Warning system works. I mean, yeah, I'll put that up there. Get that there. Get some earthquake coverage. Damn, did not expect all that. Um, all right. Well, I'm gonna end it here after the tornado of 2027. That was a little interesting. Gonna have to be honest. I think we're finally losing power also. Yeah, we finally got out of the safe point of power, so before we leave, we're a green type of town. We don't use none of that bad, dangerous electricity. No pollution. Besides our shit lake. There you go. We have basically 100 more watts to go. Alright, well, since the people of Chonkopolis are now safe, we're gonna save the game. Save the game, you know. Give it a second. Let's save, let it do its thing. Alright. Okay. So we can't close it because of corruption. So this world might go corrupt one day. Hopefully not. But in the meantime, hopefully y'all are having a good day. And hopefully y'all have a good evening, a good night, wherever you are. Maybe even a good morning. Find it very rare. Someone on the whole other side of the world is watching me and somehow understanding the English that I am speaking. If so, it's pretty cool. What's it like over there? Gotta know. What's it like over in like Indonesia or some shit like that? Madagascar. Okay, if I ever become famous, I'm going to fucking Madagascar. If there's one place I'm going, I gotta meet King Julian. Gotta meet King Julian. Now, if I can meet King Julian, cold and wet. Do you live in? Are you like? You could be south. You could be really south. You could be very south. Or you're like north, like Washington. Or oh, yeah. I was gonna start guessing into a European after I said like Washington. I was kind of like, let me think. Cold and wet, and it's kind of sound like kind of Northern Europe, maybe like further to more like East Northern Europe even. But that is super cool. I have a buddy. His family is like I don't know how like because I know there's like I know there's like the Wales, Scotland, and then there's like England, I think. But like I don't know how they all separate or stuff. Like I know they all were separate at one time, but I don't know if like people separate them, how big of a separation it is over there. Because here, like it's just like I feel like those are just kind of like little states, you know? Well, okay, that sounded wrong. They're kind of like a state in my head, you know, like that's how the importance is. Because like whenever I think of another state, it's just like, okay, I'm just crossing over. I don't give a damn. But then again, it might be different because there is only like I think there's like 5 sections of the United Kingdom, or I don't know if it's like the is there like a specific name for the island, the European island? You know, that makes sense. Instead of just calling it like, instead of just calling it like Instead of calling it like Britain or something, just call it like the European island. You know how many different fucking people from Europe have probably immigrated there now over the years? I can understand back in like 1300, everybody was a fucking white Viking settler. Now it's like you got a dude from Indonesia, you got a dude from Germany, you got a dude from fucking Russia, you got a dude. It's just crazy. I feel like now it's more or less the island of Europe, or the island of Europeaners, or Europeans. Europeaners. I don't think I've ever said that in my life. But like a state to me, it's just like, oh, okay, what's in there? The same as this state. Gotta drive 4 hours to get across it. But I will see you all later. Hopefully, you all have a good day. And, well, uh, to our friend in the Wales, I do know it is. Hang on, I have a buddy that lives in England, so I'm gonna say it is. He lives in fucking Birmingham. I've heard a lot of shit about that place. I've heard a lot of shit about fucking Birmingham. So, I'm gonna say it is. It's either 9 or 10. It's either 9 or 10. Because I feel like the Wales and because I feel like Wales and Birmingham are probably in like the same time zone. I feel like there's no way that all of the United Kingdom isn't in a fucking same time zone. It's too small. Oh, oh, because it's summer. It's the okay. So if it was winter, it would be 9:30. All right. Do you guys have that over there? I don't. Or is it just America that uses that dumbass thing? Where all the time the clocks change. 'Cause I don't like it. Because over here, I think it's in. Yeah, it's in like fall. All the fucking clocks change like an hour. It's like only because it gets dark. They say it gets dark an hour earlier, but if you actually like look at it, okay, over here it gets dark at like 8:30, 9. In the summer, well, in the winter, it's like 5 o'clock whenever. That's like 3 hour. That's a 3 hour time difference. That's not a 1 hour time difference. That's 3 hours. That's a big difference there. But then if we roll back our clocks 3 hours, I feel like that'd be even more confusing. I feel like that's what messes us up. I feel like that's what kind of messes us up. Because, like, you'll look outside. Oh, it's dark. Oh, it's 5 o'clock. Why was it light out 3 months ago at this hour? Because what's crazy to me is you can get to anywhere in Europe in like a fucking day. That's insane to me. Like, that's just insane. You can basically get anywhere in Europe from anywhere in Europe to anywhere in Europe in a day. I think I think the only place that you probably couldn't is like Turkey. Does Turkey even? I think Turkey's counted as a part of Europe. No, it's not. No, it's not. Turkey is not part of Europe. I think Europe ends at like. I feel like it probably ends at like Poland. I feel like y'all don't want to be. Is it Poland? Was that right? It's either Poland or like the front half of Russia. Okay, so yeah, I wasn't right about the Poland part, but I was right about like the front half of Russia. I knew it was one of them. Russia's just huge though. Like, I feel like if I was European and like I was so used to just driving around all these other European countries, I'd be like, oh, okay, I could get through like Russia pretty easy, you know? I just got through all of Europe, and then you hit Russia, and it's like, why did it get so big? Where did all this land come from? We just we just went from land to how is this so much land? How is this one country so large? It's like if you take all of Europe and like all of it and just set it in Russia, I don't even think it still fills Russia. It's just like holy shit. That is huge. That is huge. For a human to travel, that I feel like you die though. I don't think you'd live. I think you'd die from the Russian wilderness. But I am gonna get off of here, and this will be on my YouTube. So if you want to check that out, I do post a lot of different type of videos on there. Some of my old videos are on there from 3 years ago. If you want to kind of hear the difference, there's a difference there. And I mean, I just more content will be coming soon. It is just I went live today mainly for the reason of I needed to put content out and I wanted to put content out, but it's just something about the content. Like it was the thought of playing Schedule One is what killed me. Honestly, it was like fuck, I don't want to record Schedule One. I don't, and I don't have enough time for 7 days. So we went with a middle point, and I think we're gonna start City Skylines. So we'll see where it goes. I'll make sure I'm live tomorrow though. See you all later. Hopefully you all have a good night. Later.